Today on episode 195 of Foxy TV, we are talking about how to make a home more marketable using home staging. Let's go to a home we staged earlier this week to see how we can make that happen.
Hey guys, so we are on site here in Cannon Hill. We're on the south side of Brisbane, very much a family area. This is very much a family home. So we have 4 bedrooms, 3 living areas, 1 nice outdoor space. Every bedroom is ensuited, so we have a lot of space happening here in this property. but what's happened by having ensuites is that the living space footprint is a bit smaller than what we would traditionally have, as well as you can even see the entry is a bit smaller. So what we need to do is highlight the space that we have, make the most of the space that we have, but also give function to each of these areas. So you'll see the media space. When we were living here, this media space was our music room. So we had a piano, we had a desk. It was very functional for a family in that perspective. Now, what we need to do is make it a true living space. So we're going to make this a media room, but we need to show the buyers how this is going to be that media space. It's not a study as far as an office on the floor plan goes, because we have one of those upstairs. We don't normally have 2 in a property, but we do generally have 3 living spaces. So you'll see how this is all going to come together. Comparative to the before photos, which I'm going to throw up here in the Foxy TV as well, so you can see how the home functioned when we lived in, comparative to how we're making it more marketable and the way that we're styling it to make that marketable happen. So we are all done here on site. As I said before, we have concentrated on actually highlighting the living spaces in this property. So 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and 3 living areas with the 1 dining, 1 outdoor space. So one of the biggest reasons that we get through to be styled in a property is to make a space feel more functional and actually present it as what it should be on a floor plan. When we're living here, this is a music room. Like I said, you can see it actually is a very well presented media bedroom, a media space. That's exactly what this function would be. We have a built-in study space upstairs that is 2 desks long. So this isn't another office space. Whilst you could use it definitely as a functional space if you're living here, for selling purposes, it is a much better benefit to your sale price to get a living space in here. So that's what we've done. You've got a 2.5-seater sofa, heaps of length in here so that you're not squished up seeing the TV. Coming through to a combined dining living space. Again, it's about making the most out of this floor plan. You can see we haven't gone for chunky furniture. We are what I would say is more of a small lot home. So we have compact living spaces. So it's really important we choose pieces that go with that. You can see we've gone with the touches of black throughout, touches of gold throughout. That matches in with all of the features that we've got in this property. That cohesiveness, making sure we have the consistency throughout the entire property is what lifts everything up another level as far as the presentation goes, impressions go, and then sale price goes. Living 1 is the media, living 2 is a combined dining living space. And if we head upstairs, I'll show you living 3. So this is our living 3. This is our family living space. This has multiple ways that it can be used if you were living here. If I was living here, this is where my kids' space is. This is where the PlayStation is. I wouldn't have a built-in study bookcase. The owners who were here, this was absolutely full of games and books. So that's how they functioned out of their home. This has been built in just like a wardrobe, so it's staying there, which is why we've incorporated it. Hence why we have a reading nook up here. But behind here, we have our study space. So this is what I was talking about, why we didn't need another office downstairs. All right, so one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to even do this is a Foxy TV episode. We get asked often, what is the value of styling? What do we bring as far as making it more marketable? So for this particular property, if I use this as an example, we've made this property more marketable by actually giving it true living spaces. If we had have gone down the path of a music room and the media room, and then this is our sitting space, we would have only had 1 living room. Now 1 living room in this property that has 4 bedrooms in a family area that is definitely going to be presented as a family space, it's going to compromise the end result. It's going to compromise the sale price. So that's how we work in to getting the most out of this property.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Foxy TV. Next week, we are talking about how we style bathrooms when staging homes for sale. See you then.